Emilio Estevez is joining us. Oh my gosh, it's so insane here, Emilio. Oh, we've got Carson, who is like didn't sleep last night, honestly. So congratulations for that. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
sorry about that. Sorry to create sleepless nights for you, man.
You're worth it. You're worth
I didn't
it.
sleep much either, just because I just recently introduced my son to Young Guns 1. He hasn't seen 2 yet.
Sure.
And he's like, Dad, this is the dopest show. I'm like, I know. And I said, just wait till you see number 2 and Brushy Bill and the whole thing. And he's like, when? So we have that planned very soon. So, yeah, we're very excited to have you on the show.
Well, thank you, but you know what's going on with that, with Brushy Bill and all now.
No.
So there's some new evidence coming out. There's a new photo that's going to be released in the next month. They found a photo in Canada of Billy the Kid. It has been authenticated by a New York City facial recognition specialist detective. And he didn't know who he was looking at. He was looking at all these different photos, and he said that this is the same guy. And so there is a whole other chapter, and maybe 2 or 3 of them, with the Brushy Bill character, and we're digging into that in a very serious way now, thanks to this new information. I mean, we were always going to, entertain the idea of rebooting the franchise, but I tell you what, there's never been a bigger appetite for nostalgia. Let's start with that. Mm-hmm. And the fact that this is a story that I think people are fascinated by. And, I believe that there's an audience for Westerns out there. So,
Emilio, if you ask me, Pat Garrett let him go. There was, the friendship, the mutual respect.
Hashtag pals.
Yes, pals. I mean, there's so much there. Yeah. So, and I've always believed that. And, that's why I loved Young Guns, too, with the Brushy Bill story. And now if you're telling me that there's even more evidence, because there's been a lot going the other way over the last couple decades.
That's right.
But if you're saying now that there's new stuff that has come to light, man, then this changes everything.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well, even when we shot it in 89 or 90, there were very limited photos of Brushy Bill Roberts. And when you look at the makeup that I had on, it was overdone. I looked much older than Brushy Bill did. He died in Hyco in 1950. He was going to the post office to deliver some mail for his wife, and he dropped dead of a heart attack outside on the street. But I've been to Hyco, spent time out there doing research, and man, this story is really fascinating, and I think it's something that people are really going to be interested in checking out.
Okay, so is this a confirmation that there will eventually be a Young Guns 3?
Well, again, it's I won't be paying for it. So right now it's about figuring out what studio is going to get involved and ultimately who the distributor is going to be and just digging into all of the business of the business.
Yeah.
I'm just in the creative side of things. I'm not in necessarily the business side of it.
We'll make calls for you. We'll do this.
Yeah.
We
I
need
follow
this to
John
happen.
Fusco on Twitter, so I can tweet at him in your support because I know you guys have been talking about it.
There you go.
I feel so lost with you guys. I don't even know what you're... all right, Emilio Estevez is our guest. We'll come back. We'll talk more with him on the way. Hang on for that. Hey, we are so excited. Emilio's joining us on the hotline, Estevez. And this release of the Way, this is Martin Sheen, and this is Phantom Events. It's a re-release of the movie The Way. And this is all happening, on the 16th, right?
This is happening on May 16th. It's a Tuesday night, and it's a one-night only event theatrically. The next day, you'll be able to see it in a home theater experience by going to thewaythemovie.com and going onto our website and being able to have the same theater experience only in your home. But if you want to see it with a group of people and you want to sit in the theater and enjoy the movie on Tuesday night, it's a very special night. I think people are really longing to be back in movie theaters, be back in church, be back with their friends and family, and coming out of this pandemic, I just think it's really important to commune again, to be in community. I think we we don't live in isolation, and I think that is, I think we're seeing a lot of the problems in this country sort of born out of the isolation that was inflicted on all of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that whole lockdown broke us, I think, in many ways. And this is just another opportunity to unbreak things and to go see a movie that. And Carson was saying this was never actually in theaters the first time, correct?
Well, no, we were, but very limited.
Oh, okay.
So we took we did a cross country bus tour like rock and rollers. In fact, we borrowed U2's bus. The band
nice.
U2. We borrowed their bus. We shrink wrapped it with the poster of the film. I loaded my dad and my son and our producers on the bus, and we hit 35 cities over 50 days. We ate and slept on the bus, and we took the movie to the people because we believed that's where the movie was really living the best. We knew that we were going to connect, and we did 2 screenings a night. We did a secular and a non-secular. We did Q&As. After each screening, we were exhausted by the time we finished. And then the movie comes out in a couple hundred screens, and it does okay. But we believe that because of that tour, because people saw how genuine we were and how much we loved the movie and how much they loved it, we engendered a ton of goodwill. And that goodwill has been passed down over the years and has really reflected in how people, again, this movie is big in the faith-based community, so, the folks will buy 40, 50 copies, give them out as friends, and I'm talking the DVD. And Hollywood will tell you that the DVD market is dead. In fact, that's not true in the faith-based community. They are still buying DVDs like hotcakes.
So, yeah, go ahead.
They give it to their loved ones and they say, "This is the way."
Yeah, that's right.
We're getting the movie. We're getting the movie back out there, and we've got an additional addendum to it at the end of the movie. If you know travel icon Rick Steves, our sort of go-to guy. If you're going to Europe, he's the guy. You want to buy his guidebooks. You want to follow his advice. He joins us at the end of the movie, and we have a conversation, Martin and I. And I'm kind of the moderator of this conversation. We talk about faith. We talk about family. We talk about the road as church. And we talk about pilgrimage being an important part of faith, and why it's important to find community and travel on pilgrimage, and why it's important to our existence, and that we've been going on pilgrimage since the beginning of time. And so that conversation is something that audiences have never seen before, and they're going to get a chance to experience that on Tuesday night, the 16th, in the theater.
All right, the movie is called The Way. Emilio Estevez. Dude, thank you for coming on the show. I'm excited to see it because I have never seen the movie, and then Carson was telling me about it, and then I'm like, well, this is right up my alley.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I cannot let you go without telling you that every time I play Trivial Pursuit, I ask, what does a phrenologist feel and interpret?
I don't even get that.
It's for Men at Work, and it is one of my favorite movies of all time.
On the air, though.
Yeah, no, I can't give you the answer on the air.
Emilio,
If I did say that to Emilio Estevez, I would die unfulfilled.
Run away, Emilio, as fast as you can.
By the way, we would laugh. We would laugh so hard just trying to get through that scene because of the answer to that question.
Yes.
Emilio, I'm so sorry. Hey, make sure you support him the way and everything else that he's doing. Emilio Estevez,
And
the
bring
one and
on
only.
Young Guns 3!
And bring on Young Guns 3. Someone pay for this. We love you.
Your lips to God's ears. Let's do it.
Emilio, thanks, man. We appreciate the time.
Thanks, guys.
See you. Bye. All right. Well, that was great. That was good. You did good.
Thank you.
I have no idea what it was because this is taped afterwards, but
You were amazing, though.
Thanks. Appreciate it.